Welcome to the NBA 2K16 MyLeague we'll be doing here on the channel with the Utah Jazz. Why did I pick the Utah Jazz? Well, one, I did not want to do a team through the area that I usually do teams. You guys will know that in the past, a lot of times when I pick teams, I don't really mean it to happen that way. It just kind of happens, where I end up picking teams that are really from like the New York, New Jersey area, where I've done the Devils in the NHL, I've done the Jets, I've done the Giants, I've done the Yankees. Basically, every Northeast team I've done, and like every major game I've played. But here I wanted to do something that was a little bit out of character for Jersey-born, so to speak, and so Utah is pretty out of character for a guy from Jersey, and also Utah is going to face some challenges, I feel like. They have a few young good pieces, guys like Rudy Gobert, guys like Derek Favors, the two big men they've got. Trey Burke is decent. Gordon Hayward's a good player. Alec Burks is pretty good. They have that guy Lyles they drafted this year out of Kentucky. And in this Jazz MyLeague, I feel like one of the big problems we're running into is the fact that we play in Utah, Salt Lake City, and, well, who really wants to come to Utah to play basketball? I mean, maybe this is just me being like a casual basketball fan, not really that big into basketball, but if you ask me, when I think of basketball, one of the top 5 cities that pop in my head is not Salt Lake City of Utah. And in this MyLeague, we'll be playing on Superstar difficulty, and we will have the real-life injuries on, so that means that Dante Exum will be out the entire first season. So, Dante Exum, torn ACL, he'll be out. Our bench is basically... Our lineup, correction, is basically about 10 deep, 11 if you want to count the 11th guy, but I'd say it's about 10 deep, and it has guys 11 and 12 getting minutes, so the starting 5 is Trey Burke at point guard, shooting guard Rodney Hood, small forward Gordon Hayward, power forward Derek Favors, and center Rudy Gobert, and then coming off the bench is the 6th man Alec Burks, and then 7 below is Trevor Booker. Nito, I think that's how you say his name, he's a Brazilian point guard. Ingles is, I think, how you say that name. He's an Aussie. And then Withy, who's a big white center who can block shots. And the 11th guy is Trevor Lyles, the guy they drafted in the first round this year to Kentucky. And then 12th is Chris Johnson, who's just kind of a shooter that comes off the bench occasionally, can knock down some free throws. And let's hop into the opening night game against the Detroit Pistons as Caldwell Pope tries to knock down a 3. Gobert gets the board, though, as he can't get it to go down, so the Jazz go in transition. Trey Burke stops at the top of the three-point line, runs the pick and roll, tries to cut to the net, but a man blocks him, so he kicks it out to 3 for Gordon Hayward. He knocks down the triple. It's a 3-0 Jazz lead. So here the Pistons have the ball. Jackson over to Morris, finds Drummond, gets it into the lane, but it is turned over by the Pistons, so the Jazz go the other way, over to Hayward, slams it down with 2 hands in transition. Gordon Hayward makes it a 5-0 Jazz lead. He has all their points. So still 5-0 Jazz with the ball, 8 minutes left in the first. Burke trying to work on Reggie Jackson, give it down low to Rudy Gobert, who's working on Andre Drummond, gives it down low to Derek Favors, who gets the hoop. He cannot get the harm, though, as he'll go to the free throw line, and he will miss the free throw. So it's still 7-0 Jazz as the Pistons have the ball. Reggie Jackson working on Rodney Hood, and now Trey Burke covering Caldwell Pope. Gives it down low to a cutting Reggie Jackson, and the Pistons get their first points of the game on a Reggie Jackson layup. So 9-4 is the score. Jazz still in the lead now as Reggie Jackson gets it down low to Ersan Ilyasova. Ilyasova, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I've always had trouble pronouncing that name. So it's 9-6 now. Jazz turn it over. Pistons going in transition. The layup from Morris makes it a 1-point game. We'll skip ahead here. 16-15 Pistons in the lead, but not for long as Burke finds Favors, who finds Alec Burks, the 6th man of the game, knocks down the triple, makes it 18-16 Jazz. Jazz the ball once again. Give it down low to Trevor Booker, who lays it in. And it's now a 20-16 Jazz lead. And the end of the first quarter will end as 20-18 Jazz over the Pistons. Pick things up in the second quarter now as the Pistons have the ball. 20-19 is the score. Reggie Jackson driving to the hoop, lays it in left-handed, and they take a 21-20 lead. Lead changes is the theme of this game. So then Derek Favors kicks out to 3 for the Aussie. Inglis knocks down the triple, and it's now a 25-23 Jazz lead. So Nito finds in the center. They kick it around a few more times, find Rodney Hood out for three, knocks down the triple. 28-25 Jazz is the score, as Rodney Hood will drive to the lane, makes it 30-25. So 30-29 now, Jazz still with the ball. Nito drives to the rim from the baseline. Nice little layup from the Brazilian point guard. So 32-31 now, still 1 point lead, but then Derek Favors slams it down on the assist from Nito. And 34-33 is the score still, but then Stanley Johnson cuts to the rim, lays it in wide open, and it's a Pistons 35-34 lead. But Trevor Booker backing down. Anthony Tolliver gets the hook shot, and the Jazz are in the lead. Like I said, lead changes. 37-36 Pistons, not for long. Layup straight to the rim as Trey Burke drives right past Steve Blake, and the Jazz are now in the lead, and they extend it here on a tomahawk slam from the Frenchman. Rudy Gobert slams it down viciously. 40-39 Jazz is the score, as Alec Burks knocks down a triple. 43-40 is the score now, as Rudy Gobert lays it in, but he can't get it to go down, as the rebound goes to the Pistons. They go in transition, and they get the layup to go down in transition. 1 point game, as that'll be halftime. It's 43 Jazz, 42 Pistons, 18 for 32 are the Jazz. 8 turnovers, they need to cut down on that in the second half. Only 2 steals, as opposed to the 7 for the Pistons. So, third quarter, as Gordon Hayward slams it down two-handed. The white man gets up there. 45-43 now, as Reggie Jackson hits the mid-ranger coming off the screen. So it's a tie ball game up at 45 right now. And then Marcus Morris slams it down and gives the Pistons a 2-point lead, 47-45. But Gordon Hayward will knot it back up at 47 with a mid-range J at the top of the free throw line. So here Andre Drummond working on Gobert, can't get it to go down. Rebound goes to Gobert. And Trey Burke finds Gordon Hayward for the transition fast break three, 50-47, 53-49 now, as yet another three will go down, but he gets 2 bounces, and the shooter's roll as it's 56-50 now later on in the third. The Pistons with the ball. Caldwell Pope knocks down a 3. He had a man in his face, but he does not care. So it's 59-55 later in the third. Less than 2 minutes left as Anthony Tolliver gets the assist from Steve Blake. 61-57 Jazz still in the lead. Jordan Lyles finds Nito for 3. Not a very good three-point shooter, but he's wide open and nails it anyway. The Brazilian knocks it down. 64-59 Jazz still in the lead as Derek Favors works his man down low, handed out party favors. At the end of 3, it's 66-59 Jazz. So we'll pick things up in the fourth. Jazz still in the lead. Burke with the nifty behind-the-back move as Gordon Hayward cuts to the rim. Behind-the-back pass and the Gordon Hayward layup. So it's tied at 60. It's 2-point lead for the Jazz here, and Rudy Gobert makes it a 4-point lead, 70-66 with a two-handed slam. He had a nice day. He picked up a double-double. So the Pistons knocked out a 3 there, and they take a 71-70 lead, but then Derek Favors cannot get the bucket to go down, so the Pistons go in transition. Morris finds Caldwell Pope, back to Morris, lays it in, and they're up by 3. Here with 6 minutes left in the fourth. The Jazz with the ball now. Rudy Gobert kicks it back to 3 for Burke, drives to the rim, lays it in on the roll. He gets fouled as well, so he gets the hoop, and he gets the harm, knocks down the free throw, as it's 73-73 tie ball game here. But then Reggie Jackson blows right past Trey Burke on the inbound, and they take a lead. And like I said, lead changes is this game, but then Gordon Hayward with the triple in the corner puts the Jazz back on top by 1. But then Ersan Ilyasova knocks down the long 2, and it's a 1-point game. Rodney Hood with the ball for the Jazz now over the Gordon Hayward. He's open from 3. You cannot leave him open there. Knocks down the three-pointer. The Ilyasova misses the 3. Rebound goes to Drummond. He misses the rebound putback, and the Jazz are going in transition. Hood over to Gordon Hayward, slams it down with 2 hands, and they extend their lead to 3. 86-83, then Rudy Gobert runs past Drummond, slams it down. He's working Andre Drummond all day long. So Burke over to Hayward, open at 3, knocks it down. He was a 3 master this game. 91-85 is the score, with less than 2 minutes left, so it looks like they've got it in the bag, but the Pistons just won't give it away. They come and slam it down with Caldwell Pope. Nasty slam, 91-87. Here's Caldwell Pope, kicks it down low to Marcus Morris, lays it in with the left-handed layup, 91-89 now. Jazz with the ball, over to Gobert, the tomahawk, one-handed slam, 93-89 is the score. Caldwell Pope down low to Drummond, who hits a jumper. Who knew that Drummond, that boy's up to something, makes the jumper. But then the Jazz turn it over here with 26 seconds left, up by 2. Reggie Jackson lays it in, and that's a tie ball game now with 21.6 seconds left in the game. So the Jazz have the final shot. Trey Burke would turn it over. They need to stop them here with 5 seconds. Reggie Jackson gets an open 3 off the dribble, but he can't knock it down, and we are going to overtime. All tied up at 93. So pick things up in overtime. Jazz, full court pass. Alec Burks cocks it back behind his head, and he slams it down. Jazz in the lead now, but Caldwell Pope makes it a tie ball game, 95-95. Still 95-95 when Rudy Gobert posterizes Andre Drummond. They're in the lead now, but then once again, Drummond goes down. He lays it in for the Pistons. It's all tied up. It would stay tied up for a while. Gordon Hayward finds Gobert. He knocks down a dunk right there to put an up 2-point lead there for the Jazz. But then Reggie Jackson hits a seriously long 3. I could not believe that he actually hit that on me. He knocks a dagger right there, and they're up now 101-99. But Gordon Hayward gets the layup to go down and ties it up for the Jazz at 101. Drummond can't get the bucket as he gets fouled. Smart foul there from Favors as it's tied at 101, 22 seconds left. He misses the first free throw, and the second free throw is also missed by Drummond, so Gobert gets the rebound. The Jazz hold for the last shot with 17 seconds left. Time ticking down, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, still holding the ball for last shot. 5 seconds left, start calling for the pick and roll. Trey Burke tries the drive pass, but instead he gives it down low to Gobert, who's fouled with 0.4 seconds left. He knocks down one free throw, and they seal the deal, and he'll knock down the first one off a bounce. 102-101. Can he knock down the second for insurance? He cannot. The rebound goes to the Pistons, but it does not matter, because the Jazz knocked down a Rudy Gobert free throw with 0.4 seconds left in OT, and that is how the cookie crumbles as the Utah Jazz come away with the victory over the Detroit Pistons on opening night in Detroit by a score of 102-101. Rudy Gobert was the main star with the double-double for the Jazz. He had 19 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. Gordon Hayward, however, had 29 points on the day. He was 12 for 6 from the field and 5 for 7 from 3. Trey Burke had a double-double as well, 10 points, 12 assists despite shooting terribly from the field. I believe it was 3 for 7. Reggie Jackson and Andre Drummond both had good games for the Pistons as well. 19 points, 14 assists for Jackson, and 13 points, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks for Drummond. They both had double-doubles. But in the end, the Jazz came out on top, 102-101. So with that being said, that will wrap things up here for this edition of NBA 2K16 here on this channel. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.